Hello, this is another video for M.E.R.C.S 2nd edition, and today we will be looking at the Sadafu faction. Yeah, I've still got a cold. I apologise, but we shall struggle on. Now, Sadafu in 2nd edition have gone rogue. They're kind of like the FCC, but out to revenge for everyone, against FCC, against every other megacon, everyone that's not Sadafu. They're technically not a... they don't have a megacon anymore. In the big rulebook, it'll detail Operation Paradigm Shift, which was a global campaign that was partnered with Beast of War. Now, I'll go on a tangent. What? Excuse me. I'll go off on a tangent here. That campaign was run sloppily, in my opinion. No one knew how everyone was doing. No one knew who won. No one knew who lost. I think it came up in one of the community threads on the old website or somewhere, but apparently Sadafu lost. Unless you've read the big rule book or logged online, you'd have never known, and neither would I. So there you go. It goes into a lot more detail here, and it's basically said before Operation Paradigm Shift, the GCC just didn't give a toss about Sadafu effectively. I can't remember what page it is, but yeah, that's a pretty... they're pretty much going after the GCC first. They're their number one hit list, is what I'm saying. So going on to the corporate traits. Fearless. Sadafu increases all courage roll checks by 2. Against M.E.R.C.S, not a bad faction to use. On the run, Sadafu ignores the movement penalty when the attack move. This is applied. Good ability. And for this faction, where movement is everything, where they want to move forward, get into position, shoot, move, move. This is kind of like FCC, but slightly more armoured. Yeah. So, starting with the leader. Initiative modifier of 1, reaction of 8, courage of 2, movement of 2, blood of 3, armour of 2, armour failure of 7, interactive 7. Sorry, armour failure of 4, interactive 7. Pulse spear, we've got 3 of them, so once he's used all 3, that's it. They're gone. Base, short and medium range, can use them within 2 card lengths, which I'll show you why in a minute. 1 attack, strength 2, they're all melee weapons. Melee 3, so that's plus 3 to your roll. Targeting, throw 2, that's why it's within short and medium range. I'll come on to that. Targeting ETA. If this M.E.R.C. hits with this weapon, the target is considered to be tagged. Any M.E.R.C. attacking a tagged model with a weapon that includes the ETA keyword increases their attack roll by 2. That just effectively lowers their FN of their shooty weapons by 2. There's a fair few. Thrown 2. This M.E.R.C. places a grenade token within 2. Sorry. Yeah, thrown 2 consumable. It just shows what it does for the grenade, because he has one. But it does work for the pulse spear as well. For the pulse spear, you just ignore this M.E.R.C. places a grenade token within 2 card lengths. You ignore that and replace it with this M.E.R.C. may throw his spear within 2 card lengths. And if it's thrown, you get rid of 1 pulse spear. So if it's used as a proper melee weapon, don't have to get rid of 1. If he has to throw it, short or medium range, it's gone. He's also got a incendiary grenade. He's only got 1 of them. base, short or medium range. 1 attack, strength 3, thrown 2, template, burning 2. And that's template, that's pretty standard for most grenades. Some it's pretty large, but most it's that. Burning 2. If this attack is successful, the target's armor failure and courage rolls are decreased by 1 for 2 rounds. In addition, the target gains burning 2 keyword and is considered suppressed for 2 rounds. Being suppressed means you increase, just effectively decrease your movement by 2, I think, and increase your FN by 2, I think. I'm going to have to check that, but being suppressed is not a good thing in 2nd edition. It's pretty horrible. So, personal abilities, leadership. All members of this team within 1 card length, including this merc, increase their dice rolls by 1. Pretty standard, does what it says, pretty good. Hands on you, this merc may perform melee attacks at range of his weapon. That's why he's got short and medium range on the pulse spears. So yeah, leader's a melee centric character, and once he's used all his grenades and pulse spears, he's pretty much a sitting duck. But leadership's pretty good, can't complain on that. So coming on to the next one, the medic. Initiative modifier 1, reaction of 6, courage of 3, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour failure 4, interact of 6. So he's got semi-auto, short, medium, long range, can't shoot at base range, 2 attacks and 6s, strength of 2, attack and move, ETA. Attack and move for this faction anyway just means increases FNs by 2, so you need 8s rather than 6s if you move. ETA means if a target is hit with a pulse spear, and then that decreases the attack rolls by 2. So if you move and shoot, that kind of negates it out. If you don't move and shoot, you need 4s, which is good. He's also got 3 medkits. Heal 2, act to move. Heal 2 means you heal 2 blood. Act to move means you can move and use them, which is pretty good. Personal abilities. Contortionist. This merc may move through other mercs as long as he does not end his turn in their inhabited space. This just means you can move through people, just you can't stand on top of them. Inspiring. All team members in short range, including this merc, may reroll 1 attack d6. That's pretty good. If you want to heal someone, you can then make their dice rolls better at the same time, which can't complain on that. So coming on to next, the demo. So initiative modifier of 0, reaction of 6, courage of 3, movement of 3, health, blood, whatever, of 3, armour of 1, armour failure 4, interact of 5. I've got cold, shut up. Feel sorry for me, or at least watch this video, because I'll somehow know you feel sorry for me. Yeah, righto. Semi-auto, same as the medic semi-auto. Incendiary grenades, he's only got 1. He really should have 2 because he's, the demo, but whatever. Just same as the leaders. Incendiary grenade, nothing new there. Personal abilities. Mobile, this merc may attack while bounding as if he is using attack and move. This just means he can move 4 card lengths and still shoot things. Pretty impressive, I say. Think of the future. If this merc takes the hold action, in addition to the bonus initiative modifier, he can increase his next dice roll by 1. Yeah, this just means if you hold, the turn after you hold, you need 5s rather than 6s, or 7s rather than 8s if you move, which is all good. It's all good. So coming on to the Berserker. Initiative modifier of 2, reaction of 7, courage of 1, so unless you're really unlucky, you ain't gonna fail any courage checks with this guy, or suppression rolls should I say as well. Movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 0, armour failure of nothing, interact of nothing, which doesn't make sense, but okay, whatever. It's got twin blades, 2 attacks, base range because melee weapons. Strength of 1, which has been downgraded. It used to be strength 3, but now they're strength 1, which I don't get. They should at least be strength 2. Melee for template, so this means plus 4 to your dice rolls, and the template is like that, so you can hit everyone effectively. This Merc may choose any target within his template at no penalty, so he can attack anyone around him, even people behind him, which is pretty good. Whirlwind of Death. This Merc may attack one target in his template twice, which is pretty good. It's a bit confusing because he's got 2 attacks anyway. It doesn't say it's applied, so I'd assume it just kind of means you got a choice of where it wants to go. You want some. This Merc gains 1 additional activation immediately if he kills an enemy Merc. This activation has 1 movement point only. That's kind of silly because if he kills someone, he's going to be left as an open target. Lucky or just a flesh wound would have been a better ability to have, but it's alright, I suppose. It's alright, I suppose. Well, it's alright still. It's alright still. Coming on to next, yeah, we'll not have him next. Not have him next. Ah, there we go. Next one, the Gunner. Native modifier of 2, reaction of 4, courage of 5, movement of 2, blood of 3, armour of 2, armour value of 6, interact of 7. He's got a shotgun, base shot and medium range, 2 attacks needing 5, strength 2, attack and move, template, load. The template is like that, so it's a large T, so everyone, including friendlies, because it is a template, take 2 attacks, which all shotguns kind of do that now. On one way it's better because all enemies take the damage regardless of however far away you are. The downside is you have to roll for each, so they might not take the maximum damage, so it's a kind of mixed bag, but I think it works. Act and move. It's very nice because you only increase the attack roll by 2 and it don't decrease movement. You used to decrease the movement with this, but it's just increase the FN. So you need 7s if you move rather than 5s, which is a bit high, but you know. Last stand. If this Merc is the last member of this team alive, he gains Act 2. Why not? Not bad. Just means he gets to make a second activation unless his initiative roll is a 1 or a 2. Light on your feet. If this Merc has at least 1 movement point, he can turn 360 degrees without using movement points. With this guy, that's pretty good. You will need to defend other members of this team. It just means he's more mobile, gets to do what he does pretty well. If someone's being threatened, you can just run up to them, just blast them in the face. Oh yeah, shotgun's a load weapon, so you have to wait a turn to shoot with it. So next we come on to the Sniper. Initiative modifier of 1, reaction of 5, courage of 5, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour value of 4, interact of 7. So he's got a single shot weapon. So can you shoot at short, medium and long range, can't shoot at base range because it's, sniper rifle. 1 attack, needing 4, strength of 1, break, aim. He's got a carabit, which is that little knife thing. 1 attack, strength 1, melee 1, so you have to roll on their reaction. Break on his sniper rifle. If the attack is successful, the target's armour is broken. The target's armour value is permanently reduced by 1. one once, even if the armour is repaired. So you can't automatically break it multiple times. Once it's broken permanently, you can just break it. I'll try and explain. If a target's armour is 4 and the sniper fires, it's automatically broken and goes down to 3. Once it repairs its armour, it still remains at 3, and if the sniper fires at him again, it won't go down to 2. It'll just mean it's automatically broken. So there you go. And melee 0 just means you can attack him melee. Climb. This merc may move 1 level. ER2 at no movement cost. Just means you can move up 1 level, which elevation rank 1 is like that now. It used to be 1 card length, but it's now like that. I see you. If this merc successful at suppressing a target, the target receives 1 attack that cannot be overwatched. It just means suppression. You cannot damage someone. You're just making them harder to target you. With this, you can actually hit someone as well and possibly break their armour, which is good. Nothing wrong with that. So coming on to the 7th, the heavy. Initiative modifier of 0, reaction of 5, courage of 2, movement of 2, blood of 3, armour of 2, arm failure of 5, interact of 7. So full auto. Short, medium, long range. Can't shoot at base range. 4 attacks, needing 8s, strength of 3, centre and rip template. The template is like that, so it's a small T firing all the way along, which is kind of, which I know it's only small, but it's 4 attacks at strength 3. What's wrong with that? Set and rip means if you declare with this model you're setting and ripping every turn after, as long as you don't set, you don't move in any way, shape or form, kind of, the FN is decreased by 1, so you need 7s. There's also got a articulator anchor, which gives him pivot. This merc may turn up to 90 degrees and stay set, so you can set and rip and still turn 90 degrees, which is really, really good and funny. It's just basically a living template. So personal abilities, lucky. This merc may negate 1 attack success against M.E.R.C.S skirmish, so once per game you ignore 1 hit, including a nuke. No one left behind. This merc may jag an adjacent team member with broken armour. His remaining movement points as part of his movement this round. So if a friendly's armour is broken, they can drag them 2 card lengths out of harm's reach, I suppose. It's another ability to give the heavy, but you know, it sticks in with the movement, I suppose, of the faction. So coming on to the 3 new guys, starting with the Shock Trooper. So initiative modifier of 0, reaction of 6, courage of 4, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, which, yeah, okay, fine. Armour failure of 5, interact of 7. So he's got an Adante sword or a Shanty sword. It's a melee weapon, so that's why it's only in base range. 1 attack, strength 1. I don't see why it's not strength 2, because it's a giant sword. Melee 2, so it's +2 to your melee rolls. Also got a toxin grenade. 1 attack, strength 3, base, short range, throw, template, toxin 2. Toxin 2, yeah, it's that big. Toxin 2, if this attack is successful, place a grenade token in the targeted area for 2 rounds. Enemy still within 1 card length of this token, so for 2 blood within the refresh phase. So at the start of each turn, any model, including friendlies, because it is a template weapon, take 1 damage. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Fighter, this merc may perform melee attack after a move at no penalty. Increases weapon attack rolls by 2. This just means he's got a melee roll of +4 rather than +2. Headhunter, if this merc inflicts 2 blood on a unmodified roll of 10 if the attack hits and penetrates the target's armour. Being strength 1, okay. I suppose you could hit people in the back, make it strength 3, which you'd have more chance, I suppose. It's alright, I suppose. Toxin grenades, nice. Engineer. Initiative mod 5, 0. Reaction of 4, courage of 7. Movement of 2, blood of 3, armour of 2, armour failure of 7, interact of 5. So it's got a carbine. Base, short, medium range, so 2 card lengths. 2 attacks, needing 4, strength of 2, attack and move ETA. Same as the other ETA weapons. Attack and move with carbine weapons just increase the FM by 2. With carbines there is no move and shoot penalty, so it's all good. It's got 1 repair kit, which should have 2, but you know, whatever. Can only hit in base range. Got a repair kit, act and move. This just means you can move and then use the repair kit, or vice versa. Repair just means you automatically repair broken armour when you use it. So, personal abilities. Be careful, very, very careful. If this merc is in the skirmish, he adds 1 no trap token to the trap supply, and team members in short range decrease their trap roll by 2. This is only usable against Texco. Against everyone else, it's virtually pointless. Hip shot. This merc reduces this 5 number by 1. This is applied, that's why it's a 4 rather than a 5. Nothing wrong with the engineer. Got carbine and a repair kit. Good against Texco. Is alright against everyone else, I suppose. Pathfinder. Initiative mod 5 1, reaction of 6, courage of 5, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour failure of 5, interact of 6. So it's got a single shot weapon. Short, medium, long range, can't use it in base. 1 attack, needing 4, strength 2, aim. It's kind of the same as the sniper's one, except it hasn't got break on it. Smoke grenades, and got 1 of them. Template, thrown, smoke 2, short, base and short range. Smoke grenades, smoke 2, place a smoke token at the target location. If the template blocks line of sight, so if there's smoke between the 2 models, the attacking merc decreases the dice roll by 2. So it's plus 2 FN if you want to target someone that's got smoke in front of them. In addition, mercs within the template have their reaction increased by 2. This effect lasts for 2 rounds. This just means you can get the jump on someone pretty quickly if you've got the smoke grenade going off. Personal abilities, move your ass after inflicting 1 blood. This merc may gain 1 movement point immediately. It's alright. Precision, this merc increases the attack roll on Overwatch checks by 1. Yeah, that's alright. It just means if this model is on Overwatch, you're minus 1 FN, which is pretty good. So yeah. This probably is the big faction to have the biggest nerf to them. I mean, the Berserker, why isn't his knives strength 2? Especially since templates can just wipe him out. Why? And then the shock trooper, why isn't his blade strength 2? Why? Other than that, this faction can do well at flanking people. I suppose that's what the point of the shock trooper and the berserker are, just to go forward, flank them, get behind them, cause confusion. I suppose, yeah, it works. This can work as a starter faction. It really can. I wouldn't advise it though, because their armour's pretty low and their armour failure's a bit hit and miss. But the movement's pretty high. So yeah. So this has been the Sadafu faction, and that's me saying goodbye for now.